All right, are you ready? Hi team, this is Chris Abraham from GOHacademy. Happy Friday. In this video, we're going to go through a couple case studies involving the Civil War. Use this to help you analyze the questions and help you with your history teacher certification exams. And if you like it, give it a big thumbs up at the end. Thanks team. Now let's get started. Ready? Okay team, here's the question. It says, which of the following statements best describes a major difference between the northern and southern economy systems of the antebellum period, or economic systems of the antebellum period? Let's start with antebellum. Put something down. Anti is before, right? So this is antebellum is war. Antebellum is before the war. What war are we talking about? We're talking about the Civil War. Is that right? What were the years of the Civil War? Okay, we have our 1861 to our 1865. So we're talking about before the Civil War. So let's think about that time frame between 1830 and 1861. And it wants us to think about the difference between the North and South economy. Okay, so let's do A. The northern economy system, the northern economic system was more dependent on foreign markets for the sale of goods. Okay, is that correct? The northern economic system, the North, was more dependent on foreign markets. Who was dependent on foreign markets? Who had to sell their product overseas? The South. And what were they selling? What were the goods that they were selling overseas? Cotton. And who are some of the countries, the foreign markets that they were selling it to? What was a country that they were selling cotton to? Okay, so they were selling it all over Europe, right? Britain, France, all over Europe, they're selling cotton. So it's not the northern's economy. It's definitely the South's economy, southern economy. Who got that? Who agrees? The South's economic system was very dependent on selling their goods to countries like in Europe. Okay, how about this one right here? The transportation infrastructure grew more rapidly during the period in the South. Is that right? So what's transportation infrastructure? What's that? What's that phrase mean? Transportation infrastructure. Those are things like what? Roads, bridges, tunnels, railroads, right? Okay, these things weren't growing in the South. We know they were growing in the North. Okay, so this is out and this is out. So that brings us to our last one. Mechanization or industrialization had a greater influence on economic growth and social relations in the North. Who got this one right? Okay, I get it that mechanization's like industrialization. I understand how it had an impact in the North, but what's this social relations? What's that referring to? How did industrialization impact social relations in the North? If you're not so sure, say I'm not so sure. What do you mean? What's social relations referencing? Give me something. If you're not so sure, say I don't know what it's getting at. I understand the economic changes. Okay. Well, didn't we talk just a moment ago about those mills that were happening, these economic changes? And there was also a social component too. And we saw during this period with the rise of those factories, we saw the rise of the women's suffrage movement, which was fighting for equal rights of women, right? So we're going to see a change in social relations in the North. Everyone got that? Do you understand now? So what this one is referencing, not only were there economic changes going on in the North, but there was also, with the rise of the women's suffrage movement, social changes going on in the North. Make sense? Okay, let's just try this one more time. Okay. When it says foreign markets, what could that mean? Foreign markets means what? Exporting products to like what? What could be outside the United States, Europe, England, France? Okay. Goods. What was the goods that they're referencing? Cotton. Transportation infrastructure. What's that mean again? That's another way of describing what? Roads, bridges, highways, tunnels, railroads. Mechanization. What's that a word for? Mechanization is the same as what? Industrialization, right? So we're going industrializing, industrial revolution. Okay. We know economic growth could be like growth of factories, and social relations is referencing what? The women's suffrage movement, right? Okay. The answer is C. Let's do another one. You ready? By the way, this one right here, it's pretty wordy, right? Would you agree it's wordy? And so what we're trying to do now, antebellum is before war. What we're trying to do now is we're trying to like identify phrases and paraphrase it. We do that now, so on the day of the test, we can cut through some of these wordy questions a lot faster, right? So we're doing it now, and then when you do it on your own, you want to try and do the same thing as well. All right, team, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to give it a big thumbs up. Maybe go to the GOHacademy website and check out a GOHacademy workshop. I don't know, maybe it'll help. Hope it does. Everyone have a great day. This is Chris from GOHacademy. Take care, team. Bye-bye.